What's going on, everybody? This is the post-game show. This is Cover 1, the Cover 1 post-game show. I'm your host, James Bouligny. We had great games tonight. Central came up just short against Permian. We'll hear from Coach Smith, and Olton Post blew the brakes off of Olton. But before we get any further into it, though, let's thank our title sponsor, Whataburger.
Whataburger's Buffalo Ranch Chicken Strip Sandwich is back.
Chicken strips. Chicken strips. Chicken strips.
Ranch.
Ranch. Buffalo. Ranch. Monterey Jack cheese.
The Whataburger Buffalo Ranch Chicken Strip Sandwich. A beautiful masterpiece.
All right, we're going to get right into it down at San Angelo Stadium. The Central Bobcats took on the Odessa Permian tonight, and despite being up at halftime, Permian did come back and beat them 31-29. Bandit, let's go ahead and run the highlights. Here's your complete game highlights here. Quarterback's going to hand it off to Gavin Black. In for the score, the quick score to go up 7-0. Here you go, Central has the ball. Squeak here is going to take the snap. Look around a little bit, can't find anybody, so he ends up sprinting out to the left and getting past a couple defenders there, out of bounds. Good gain by the Bobcats. Here you go, Permian's next drive. At the ball, quarterback takes a snap, hands off to, I think that's Gavin Black. Gets around the outside, gets a good chunk play in there, great run down the 2-yard line. Here you go, Permian threatening on the goal line. Quarterback takes a snap, rolls out left, trying to find somebody. Bobcats are swarming, and he throws a pick to number 1. Our man, number 1, trying to keep the Bobcats in it. Here you go, Bobcats have the ball. Moving guys around back there. Squeak's going to take the snap. Look around a little bit, find Stribling over the middle of the field, who gets a big chunk play here. Down to about the 20-yard line. About 7 minutes left in the game, or left in the half. Squeak's going to hand it off to Hewitt. Gets in for the score. Bobcats are up at halftime, 16-14. Here you go, Bobcat ball. Hands it off right there to John Paul. Gets in for the score. Everything is doing great for the Bobcats here. But Permian would not go out quietly. Great chunk play here by Central. Moving the ball in the right. It seemed like Central was able to move the ball pretty well tonight against Permian. But Permian's down here in the red zone. He's just going to slam away. It was close, but it was called a score on the field. Permian goes up. Permian chunks it downfield. Man, wide open at the 5, goes down. Here's Mark Smith.
So close. Just what are your thoughts on this great game you had? You just got away there at the end.
Just it's little things. The game comes down to just a couple of little plays, and in a game that was just a couple of points. I look back and I see where we left those points on the field, and that's frustrating. But the guys came back again. Another undefeated team. Here, and then gave ourselves a chance. At the end of the game, and proud of the guys for that.
Even though it's a tough loss, is it something that you can build on, playing them so well?
I don't like losing no matter what. I'm tired of playing people well, and then I got a team that'll fight, and they'll do it again next week. But I don't like losing.
He does not like losing. It's tough. I mean, last game you had touchdowns called back. Probably would have won that one had those touchdowns not been called back. I mean, I think English put up like 7 touchdowns last game, but 3 of them got called back. In this one, you're ahead. You guys stayed in it. Permian fought back, and he's right. It's just the little things that, his 2-point game. But it was a great effort from the Bobcats there, but come up short. Permian remains undefeated. They're 7-0 now, playing great football there in Odessa. All right, we do have to thank our sponsor for all Central Bobcat coverage, Since 1994, Angelo Bolt Industrial Supply has served the Concho Valley for 30 years and counting. Angelo Bolt is the go-to place for fasteners, power tools, air compressors, safety equipment, and everything in between. Chances are Angelo Bolt will always have what you need when you need it. The odd chance they don't have exactly what you're looking for, they will find it fast. No request is too big or too small for Angelo Bolt, located at 808 Warehouse Road, where customer service is their top priority. Thank you, Angelo Bolt, for bringing us our coverage of all things sports in the Concho Valley. Thank you for bringing us our coverage of the Bobcats. All right, we're going to move on. We had Caprock and Coronado play tonight, and our man Nick Thompson was there. And kind of like a little blow up, but hey, we're going to get to the highlights right now. Coronado ended up winning this one 34-29. Caprock went up 29-6 just before the half. Coronado scored 11 seconds just before half, but Caprock was still up. Here's a good run in for the score. Playing them tough up there in the South Plains. All right, here you go. Coronado has the ball. Number 9 is going to hand it off to number 2, who is Demarion Finch, in for the score. Coronado wins this one 34-29. Fought back into it, though. Great effort from those guys out there. There's Finch in for the score right here. Getting help from his teammates. Pushed into the goal line. Pushed into for the score. Big win here. All right. Thank you, Nick Thompson, for bringing us those highlights. Like I said, Coronado took the lead 34-29 with about 8 minutes left in the fourth, and Coronado ended up winning it 34-29. Good stuff, Nick. Thank you. All right, moving on, though, we did thank Great American Cookie. Great American Cookie says, good luck to the Bobcats for your next party. Get a cookie that's like a cake. From Central to Wall, they can do it all there at Great American Cookie. They do birthdays, Halloween, or even Cowboys games. Great American Cookie is located with Marble Slab right next to Cinemark. They're at 4553 Sherwood Way. Man, good one right there. Our man Chadwick, though, went to a smaller school game, Post in Olton. Post is undefeated this year, and they proved why they were. All right, let's go ahead and run those. To Landon Garcia. Big run right there. Here you go. Here's Ian Vergara. This was his 3rd touchdown of the night. He had over 200 yards at this point. Post is leading 27-0. 7:11 left in the 3rd quarter. About 7 minutes left. Olton trying to get something going on offense. They had a rough night all night trying to do that. But can't find anybody, and Sebastian Martinez will get the sack there. Here you go, about 6 minutes left. And this time, it is Colton Hawkins. Chadwick said you can basically make a defensive highlight reel right here. This punt literally went backwards, and Vergara got in for his 4th touchdown. Post is now up 35-0 with about 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Olton. Again, just trying to get something going on offense here. Give him luck your quarterback. You run the ball, and it's a turnover on downs. Here you go. Here's Vergara again. Getting out to the side, getting upfield. Great run from him. Oh, someone's helmet came off. Olton gets on the board here. That's 6. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Olton gets beat 48-6. Tough game for Olton. I guess Post is for real. Man, we had some blowouts. We had some great games tonight. Before we move any further, though, let's go ahead and thank Jim Bass Ford. Pay some bills around here when you're ready.
$23,999 for a new SUV. The 2024 Ford Escape has auto stop start, a rear spoiler, blind spot sensor, and much, much more. It's all about a nice SUV at a super great price. And you can only get deals like this at Jim Bass Ford, Houston, Hardin Road, or shop 24/7 at bassbunts.com. Or you can use this QR code. Yep, the one on my hat.
All right, we had a bunch of other good games to go to tonight. Unfortunately, we couldn't be at all of them, but we did have someone there at Very Best and Water Valley. Had trouble sending stuff back, but I think Water Valley there got the win pretty handily. And there were a couple of other really good games in the Contra Valley and South Plains. Before we get to those, though, we do have to thank Texas Bank for being our score sponsor for the night. For any banking needs, go to Texas Bank. Proven local strong is how customers refer to Texas Bank, one of the most successful banks in the Lone Star State. Texas Bank is a full-service bank with over $2 billion in assets, and they operate in 16 locations from El Paso to Dallas-Fort Worth, including 3 right here in San Angelo, located at 2201 Sherwood Way, 1815 North Chadburn, and 4206 College Hills. Texas Bank staff are your friends and family. All right, things everybody are excited about are the scores, and we have them coming up for you right quick. Band, let's go ahead and run scores real quick. Jayton over Rule, 54-0, final. Oh. Wink over Iran, 34-21. That's a great game right there. Wow, Blackwell and Lorraine. Lorraine beat them 88-86. Clifton and Early, 1-point game, 26-25, Clifton. Sweetwater over Comanche, 27-13. Water Valley over Very Best, 53-12, final. Muleshrew over Littlefield, 55-21. Great, or 55-51, my bad. Great game, though. Levitt Coronado over Amarillo Caprock, 34-29. Eden over Lakey, 64-24. Playing good football out there in Eden. Argyle Liberty Christian beat Parish Episcopal, 35-27. Seagraves over Tahoka, 27-21. Rochelle beat Lone 52-0, 45 them. Friendship beats Midland Legacy 51-48. Great game right there. That was a good game at halftime. Toller beat Dublin 56-14. Peyton Brown there for Toller doing on the ground, doing a lot of work for the Rattlers. McCamey beat Van Horn 68-0. Menard beat Medina 80-57. Menard's playing good football too. Lubbock Monterey over Amarillo Tascosa, 56-28. Heiko over Bangs, 42-14. El Dorado beat Sterling City, 41-20. Stephenville beat Marble Falls, 63-0. Permian beat Central, 31-29. Forsan is over Colorado City, 55-22, final. Midland beat Odessa, 54-21. Idalou beat Lubbock Roosevelt 40-6. Sundown in Plains 48-12 Sundown. Hale Center beat Crosbyton 39-8. Post beat Olton 48-6. Mason beat Harper 56-0. Reagan County beat Cristobal 36-16. Fort Stockton beat Smyre 41-14. Ropes beat Smyre. Did I say Smyre the last time? Ropes beat Smyre 62-0. Ozona beat Sonora 30-6. Hamilton beat Ballinger 35-13. 68-0 Albany over the Winters Blizzards. And Stanton beat Grape Creek 35-12. Wall beat Kahoma 48-6. Wall's on the tear this year. They're going to go extremely deep in the playoffs. Clyde beat TLCA 67-0. Junction beat Brackett 38-14. Junction is rolling that district. Abernathy shut out New Deal 38-0. Miles beat Cross Plains 48-0. Brady beat Eastland 47-7. Brady put it on them. De Leon beat Coleman 55-12. Jim Ned blanked Breckenridge 48-0. Blanket beat Rising Star 54-0. Robert Lee beat Paint Rock 52-6. All right, next one. All right. Well, there you have it. There are your scores for the night. Congratulations to the winners. Wall Hawks, big winners there. I think they play Grape Creek next week. Great San Angelo rivalry matchup right there. Man, the Bobcats just came up short. That sucks. You know, you're ahead of halftime, and just the little things that you do that, you know, hey, you take points off the board when when penalties or whatever it was. You can read it all in our guy Paul Harris's post-game article once it gets pushed out. Until then, we got to thank Lucas Bandit for being on the video board back there. Paul Harris, Ashton, thank you for covering the Central game. Our guy Nick Thompson there at Amarillo, Caprock, and Coronado. Post in Olton, shot by our guy Ryan Chadwick. And our guy Ernesto was out at Water Valley and Very Best. Thank you guys. You made Cover 1 what it is. And thank y'all. Until before we go, though, got to thank the Pit. Hey, they had some sliced barbecue sandwiches. Great stuff from over on the Pit there on Sherwood Way. Go visit them today. Tell Jesse Cover 1 guys sent you. Until next week, I'm James Bouligny. We'll see you then.